What's up, y'all? It's Weston! Today is gonna be my horizontal pushing and pulling, so lots of bench press and chest press and horizontal rows and some arms. That's basically it. I'm like 99% sure I broke this tripod somehow by throwing it around in my car, so that's fun. Typically for my warm-up, on these kind of days, I'm just gonna do some arm swings. So I like to go forwards, backwards, upside down, inside out. Open up that chest. First exercise I'm starting out with is bench. So I'm gonna start warming up on that. All right, I'm all warmed up. Now I have 235 on the bar. For preference, this is my second half of the winter bulk. I've been at it for, this will be my third week. Last time I did it, I did all my main lifts, sets of 12 for 4 weeks, sets of 8 for 4 weeks, and then sets of 5 for 4 weeks, then prepared to max out. This time I'm doing it a little different. For my main lifts, I'm hitting sets of 8, then sets of 6, then sets of 4. For my accessories, I'm keeping the volume a lot higher, just because I want to build a lot of strength on those main lifts and to make sure I'm getting the muscles nice and hypertrophied on the accessories. So we'll see how this turns out. So since I'm aiming for sets of 8 right now, I'm just going to hit it as many times as I can, hoping for at least 8 reps.
You got this. Easy, 5. 7, beautiful. I want at least 10. Let's go. 8. You got at least one more.
Alright, thank you, man. 10 reps, that's pretty dang good. I was anticipating around 9, so really happy with that. Now I got one more set till failure. Alright. No, not this time. Thank you. Dang, only 6 that time. Probably should have rested a little longer until I could get at least 8, but that's alright. I feel like as long as I'm resting at least like 3 or so minutes and going till absolute failure, then I'm probably good. Next thing we got is a set of rows. I don't know what you would call these. They're kind of like T-bar rows, except they're chest supported on this little machine. But we got those setted with dumbbell hex press. So I generally, on my horizontal push-pull days, after I hit bench for my main lift, I'll do an accessory horizontal row and push setted together. And on this, I'm just doing a set of 12 of each exercise, and then 2 sets till failure on each exercise, aiming for around 12 reps. you'll notice when I'm doing these, I press and then protract my scapula a little bit at the top, so I'm not just keeping them retracted like that. That is more stable. I want to do that on bench press, but on my accessory lifts, I usually protract at the top so that I'm working that serratus anterior, because I just think that's a really cool muscle, and I feel like mine's pretty underdeveloped, and I want it to kind of pop out more. All right, so the next exercises I'm setting are some curls with some extensions. So working the biceps and the triceps, doing preacher curls, and then rope, tricep extensions. Right now, all the ropes are taken, I think. So I think I'm just gonna do all the curls, all the tricep extensions. If you're wondering why I'm doing it on this back extension machine, there's no place to do preacher curls here except the preacher curl machines, which I don't really like as much. So we're working with what we got. If you're wondering why I do my preacher curls so funky, like why I don't rest my whole arm on there and curl like this, instead I'm more here, because with preacher curls I'm trying to work the biceps at a lengthened position. So like when the bicep is most lengthened, have that be its least advantageous position, if that makes sense. So like when you're perpendicular with like the opposing force, so gravity, that's when you're at your least advantageous position. The hardest part of a standing curl is going to be right here at 90 degrees. Up here, you can hold this all day. Down here, you can hold that all day. 90 degrees, that's the hard part. A standing like dumbbell lateral raise right here, that's the hardest part. Up here, you can hold this all day. Down here, all day. So I'm trying to have the hardest part be when the bicep is stretched out the most. So bicep is stretched out the most right here, have that be the hardest part. Instead of down here where it's a little bit easier. If I were doing them like this, the hardest part would be right here rather than right here. Long-winded and probably a really poopy explanation, but second thought, I might switch to the machine. I really don't like how that does. I don't know if it was easy, maybe, but I don't know, it's just kind of cool. My gym's got these funky little handles, and I kind of like them. They like fit with your hand, so your hand just grips it like that. So that way, like if these fingers slip, then you still got the thumb hold. Because before I was just using these, and these are doo-doo. Alrighty, now as like a little accessory thing, I'm gonna do some overhead cable internal rotations, work on that rotator cuff. On those, I just did 2 sets of 12 each arm. That was it. Nothing till failure. Now I have some more chest work and some more back work. So I'm gonna do some cable low to high flies, work that upper chest, and then I'm gonna set that with some reverse flies to work the rear delts and especially that middle back. Gonna do a quick little pump check while I'm still kind of pumped before I do my last kind of accessory work. All right, last two things just for little accessory work. I do incline, like front raises and extensions. This is to work on a little bit of calisthenics work. So the front raise is really good for planche. The extensions are really good for like reverse planche slash a little bit of front lever carryover. For these, I'm just doing 3 sets of 12 on each, not going till failure, but trying to work up the weight each week. So that was my horizontal pushing and pulling day. Bye.